Hey guys, it's me again, Nova, the edgy karate guy, your second buddy. First of all, I want to say I'm grateful for Mainman for taking his time to watch my video. Thanks to his patience and effort to watch a long ass video, a very important discussion could be started. I'm also grateful for another Kazuya player named Planted Medusa for taking his time to watch and react to my video as well. Though we disagree here and there, particularly in considering the vital importance of movement to determine where a character should stand and be ranked in a tier list, you had very reasonable takes and we agree on many things. Also, I want to clarify something to those who feel like my rhetoric sounds off-putting at times, or even hostile in any way. I recognize I have an hyperbolic rhetoric that may sound off-putting, but that is simply just the way I express myself. The people who get to know me better can testify on my character and they can assure you I'm not hostile in any way. I really meant no disrespect when making my video. I just try my best to debunk years and years of misconceptions and misinformation that has been casually thrown around when it comes to Jin, particularly Tekken 7 Jin. So I'm bringing this to light again because Mainman either lied or he's completely wrong about many things he said about Jin. And this time I'm bringing actual verifiable proof. You can see it for yourself. That being said, let's start with Tekken 7 Jin movement and why Mainman either lied or is completely wrong about it. Mainman made it seem like Tekken 7 Jin's shitty lateral movement is comprised of a single specific interaction, when it's not.
How is Jin sabotaged? Particularly his movement and non-okiseme. But you greatly exaggerate the movement aspect, Nova, which I think is a little bit disingenuous. Sorry. What you have found is a very specific situation where something weird happens. It's just something weird happens in this specific interaction. I mean, you're just looking at very niche stuff. I know you showed a very, very specific situation. This situation. Jin can't step here, but Kazuya can. Lars can't step this either, by the way. No, I tried this yesterday, Nova. Lars can't.
Bruh.
So, in order to expose the truth and prove he either lied or he's completely wrong about it, here are examples where normal-sized male characters and even bigger characters will be casually able to move, whereas Tekken 7 Jin will be clipped due to his shitty lateral movement. It took me half an hour to record these interactions, so be damn assured there are plenty and plenty more.
Jin's movement is just like Kazuya's in pretty much any situation. Jin has pretty fucking decent movement. You see how quickly he moves here? Laterally. Jin has good movement. What you have found is a very specific situation where something weird happens with his left foot there. I mean, you're just looking at very niche stuff. If fixing is... Nova, you have movement like Kazuya with Jin. It's just something weird happens in this specific interaction. Jin's movement is fine, and Kazumi tracking him when he steps doesn't mean he has bad movement.
Oh no, I don't leave.
But I saw you with my own eyes.
Well, who are you gonna believe, me or your own eyes?
Now, main man, look at me. Rather, look at the audience and tell them with a straight face that Tekken 7 Jin has good movement, quote unquote, just like Kazuya. I dare you. You should have been way more careful when making these bold statements. Don't talk about that which you really don't know about. I had no reason to lie. Also, the cases main man picked to prove his point that Tekken 7 Jin supposedly has good movement are so scandalous that the same cases, they can also be stepped by fucking gigas. The big characters can casually move around the interactions he presented to make it seem like Tekken 7 Jin has good movement. I shit you not.
Jin has very decent movement. You eat Brian's hatchet, you step, you know, all those big situations, or Dragunov down 2, it's the same. This, now we have an important situation. Wait. Right, you have to step that to the left, don't you? This is something that's very important. Oh, and Brian lands a hatchet, you know. Being able to step stuff like this. And Jin can, just like Kazuya.
Either he really didn't know about this not so minor detail, or he was extremely disingenuous. Once again, I will merely assume ignorance, not malice.
I've always known Jin has pretty good movement. Everyone knows this. But right. My god, this means Jin is complete shit. Jin needs buffs. Jin is useless. Do you know my boy Akuma also needs buffs? Check this shit. Fuck me! I mean, seriously, can they buff Akuma? This is ridiculous! If Kazumi does down back 4 and hit into down back 4, I can't sidestep it. This is stupid. This is oopid, and it's a stupid oopid.
Yeah, but there's a teeny tiny little detail you're conveniently not talking about Akuma, man. Nothing significant really, I assure you. But anyway, let me show you, the spectator, this teeny tiny little detail about Akuma that main man did not mention.
So much damage on that.
But Super Akuma needs one hit here. He needs one hit. If he gets one hit here, it's gonna, oh my gosh.
If he gets one hit here, it's party time. Oh.
It's party time and Chikarin's invited. Oh, here it is.
Oh, here we go. Why did you say that, Mark?
I want to see parties, man.
Oh my god, look at the health.
And the demon, let's go.
I can't believe what we're seeing. And look at the life bar. Oh my goodness.
He probably has a sliver, right? He might have a sliver.
Combo.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Oh, the comeback.
Now, good luck trying to make use of your plus frames to low poke or mid poke this abomination of a character. Tekken doesn't have a dedicated anti-air mechanic. There's no such thing as dedicated anti-air moves in Tekken. The power Akuma has to jump over mid and low simultaneously is infinitely superior than any form of lateral movement. It is an alien mechanic that completely breaks the game. There's nothing stupid about my point that lateral movement is vital to a character like Jin.
Mítico, meu povo! Ele foi ejaculado! Veja você! Mítico!
Movement is everything in Tekken. The capacity to actually move and create whips is absolutely everything. What is the freaking point of me having great movement and then an insane electric if I can't fucking move in this game called Tekken 7? If I keep getting clipped by moves that aren't supposed to clip me? If linear moves keep getting me? What is the point of me having great movement if I can't fucking move? The non-movement in Tekken 7 Jin scarred me to the point I refuse to believe we will supposedly get to have traditional Tekken movement back. It all sounds like wishful thinking to me, to be honest. In my 1 year and 4 months experience with Tekken 7, I can say the non-movement from Tekken 7 Jin negatively affected my performance by quite a lot. The people who get to play with me in PS3 end up absolutely terrified, and they often don't want to repeat the experience, claiming things like, "No, I don't want to play you there because Jin is broken in PS3. Whereas in Tekken 7, they can casually oppress me with a relentless unreactable mid or low offense because Tekken Jin can fucking move. So it forcibly becomes an even match, even though the opponent is not always really deserving when it comes to actual Tekken. In Tekken 6, I have over 90% win rate. In Tekken Tag 2, I have around 88%. In Tekken 7, I have around what? 76, 77? Well, I wonder what could possibly have happened to my performance be so radically different from one game to another. Even though main man claims, Tekken 7 Jin is unquestionably stronger than PS3 Jin. Jin's old school F4 was so powerful that his low hitting hitbox allowed Jin to hit grounded opponents on some very specific angles that the Jin player must have been knowledgeable of in order to extract its full potential for Okizeme. This property alone made his old school Okizeme completely terrifying.
I would say it's better now because in this game you had to Zen cancel to get the combo.
What?
Now you don't have to do that. You can just do forward 4 on its own and maintain distance to the opponent. With the Zen cancel, you always had to work your way up to them and get the cancel correctly. But now you just forward 4 and you stay far back. And you do the one standing for pickup.
Then came Tekken 7 and they decided, no, F4 will not hit grounded under any circumstances.
And thank fucking God, considering they gave you the ability to get the full launch without having to do a Zen cancel.
What?
Man, what the hell? You don't know what you're talking about. Not only you could convert counter hit F4 in Tag 2, but it was much easier than the elite conversion from Tekken 7, which again, I actually want to remain as the extremely difficult, inaccessible tool that it is on Tekken 7. That is how it was supposed to be from the start. But again, you really don't know what you're talking about. This claim that Jin could not convert counter hit F4 without the Zen transition was completely taken out of your ass. I'm sorry. You probably didn't even know. At least that is what I'm assuming. Also, in one of his streams, Mainman falsely claimed PS3 Jin Magic 4 only guaranteed a down 2 on the ground. The problem is his stream was so long that I can't find where he said that, but you can check it out yourself. And again, he's completely wrong about it. He really doesn't know what he's talking about. And here's the proof.
one that was very difficult for me is when you say that Jin's hell sweep is reactable. I'm just like, it's not. It 100% is not reactable. So when that's your basis for saying Jin's 50-50 is 100 times worse than Kazuya's, I'm just like, come on, man.
About Jin's 50-50, let me more properly rephrase it and clarify it, because this is not a black and white explanation. Here goes. There is a reactable component in Jin's 50-50 that simply cannot exist in the Mishima 50-50, and I will prove it. Let me demonstrate you something to prove Jin's LRRK in itself is reactable. Bear with me. I'm not saying it is easily reactable. I'm saying it can be reacted by a human being with decently fast reflexes.
And yours is legit almost as strong. But in your video you say Kazuya's 50-50 is 100 times stronger than Jin's, and I'm just like, are we playing the same game? I can actually record between Ford 3 and this, and you'll block it 100%. Well, congrats. You can do what Ni can't do.
And just for perspective, this is my quote-unquote gamer setup. This is what I have to work with. A freaking old 2010 LCD TV with tens, if not hundreds of milliseconds of input lag. So, if you play in a freaking monitor and still claim Jin's LRRK is unreactable, clearly it's a skill issue, or a reflex issue for the matter. But of course, there are those who will cleverly say, "Oh, but you're in practice. One thing is to react on practice mode, another is to react on a real match, yada yada yada." Oh yeah, if that's your point, I invite you to try it on practice mode, the very exact same thing I did, but with the Mishima 50-50 instead, and see what you get. I'll tell you what you get. You get destroyed. With Jin, I can simply follow the anti-Jin 50-50 modus operandi. Simply hold back and be on the lookout for Gedama Washigeri. Now, when it comes to the Mishima 50-50, try simply holding back in order to react to his hell sweep, and you will be fucking obliterated because of the completely unreactable nature of the Mishima hell sweep. Bear in mind that the only reason that didn't go so bad and my success rate wasn't completely ruined is the fact that the computer did not decide to go for Kazuya hell sweep more frequently. Otherwise I would be doomed. Let's see what happens if I program only FF3 and the hell sweep. See? There's absolutely no hope. Nothing can be done. It is impossible.
You claim that this is a reactable low. That low is not reactable, buddy. Do a test yourself. Blocking this on reaction.
Here's the thing about Jin's 50-50 and why it is consistently more blocked than the Mishima 50-50. I myself rarely go for Jin LLRK precisely because of the gigantic risk involved in being consistently reacted to. I go for wave down back 4 and wave down 4. My training partners are not on the lookout for LLRK, but rather down back 4, which so does happen to be the exact same martial art technique, Gedama Washigiri, a textbook Kyokushin low kick.
With a pretty difficult animation to read.
得意のかかと落としスイッチして蹴りました。下ろした足でローキックを蹴り込みます。
The body mechanics on the startup animations, which is the turning of the hips, are literally the same for both kicks, and they both happen to have the same startup. According to my training partners, they all say the very same thing. I'm looking out for your down back 4, not the hell sweep. If it so happens to be the hell sweep, then I launch it. The case about Jin LLRK in high level play is that the defender will be on the lookout for down back 4, not his LLRK, and both are 20 frames Kyokushin low kicks. The defender modus operandi against Jin is to never duck and be on the lookout for wave down back 4. If it happens to be wave down 4 or wave down 3-3, then it's free, you just take the low. If it so happened that the Kyokushin low kick you were on the lookout to block was LLRK instead of down back 4, you launch it. But the intention is always to look out for down back 4, the quintessential Kyokushin low kick. That is precisely why Jin FF3 cannot work. It is way too slow to be a threat and will always be blocked. It will always come out at 24 frames at best. Also, the high level mid option for Jin 50-50 is wave down 1, not FF3. Now, when it comes to the Mishima 50-50, the unreactable component comes from the fact the hell sweep animation is too damn fast, and not that there is or there isn't a frame discrepancy between hell sweep and FF startup. By the time you detected the Mishima did something different from a wave dash motion, it is already too late and you took the hell sweep unless you preemptively ducked it. It just comes out too damn fast. You can't simply stand block to neutralize his mid options and try to duck the Mishima hell sweep on reaction. If you keep stand blocking and intend to only duck on reaction, you will be swept by the Mishima every single time. Period. And finally, to end this matter, I'll invite you, the spectator, to do an experiment. Pick Jin and pick Kazuya. For the next 50 ranked matches with Jin, you will randomly do wave FF3 and wave LLRK every time the opportunity presents itself. Then you will register the number of times you use these moves, and you will also register your success rate on your wave 50-50. Also, you will count the amount of times you've been interrupted on your wave 50-50 attempt. Now, you do the exact same for the next 50 ranked matches with Kazuya. By the time you're done with it, you will tell me which character had a more successful rate with his 50-50. If the statistics aren't evenly represented, and trust me, they won't, then there must be another component involved here. And that component is the reactable component in Jin's 50-50. Also, there was a misconception here. I didn't say I incorporate waves and stand cancel loops to make Jin's 50-50 unreactable. I said I incorporate waves and stand cancel loops to spice things up, therefore making Jin's 50-50 less reactable. I can assure you my training partners have a ridiculously high consistency rate blocking Jin's LRRK, whereas when I play Devil Jin or Kazuya, they get steamrolled by their wave 50-50 and it's always a literal guess. Now care to explain to me, if they're both equally unreactable, as the main man claims, shouldn't this success rate be somewhat equally represented in terms of mere statistics? If my training partners block 7 out of 10 Jin LRK on average, while almost never getting hit by Jin FF3, whereas with Devil Jin or Kazuya, they get completely obliterated by the 50-50 guessing wrong by ducking Kazuya FF3 and not ducking Kazuya Hell Sweep, for example. What is the magic involved when they get destroyed by either option from the Mishima 50-50? And when it comes to Jin, I will either succeed in doing an LRK or get killed for it, because FF3, the mid option, will never be ducked. How can you explain that? What is the magic here? Can someone explain to me the statistical disparity if both 50-50s are equally unreactable as the main man claims? If both Mishima 50-50 and Jin 50-50 were equally 100% unreactable, there would be no statistical discrepancy between them. The success rate in landing the mid or the low would be statistically even between the Mishimas and Jin, which is really not the case, and you, the spectator, can verify it for yourself anytime. Just do it. And so, I rest my case.
It's like Jin's Oki, not super good in Tekken 7.
No, man, no. Jin doesn't have a quote-unquote not super good Oki. Kazumi has a not super good Oki in the open. What Tekken 7 Jin has is a non-Oki, and main man did not address Tekken 7 Jin's non-Okizeme. He completely ignored it. Pretty convenient for main man to double down on his claim that Tekken 7 Jin is supposedly an S tier, while magically not addressing the curious case of the S tier that cannot hit grounded opponents and is the only version of a character in the franchise history to be flawed like that. He doubles down, unquestionably calls Tekken 7 Jin an S tier, and acts as if there's nothing profoundly wrong with the character, as if there's nothing profoundly wrong with a character like this, completely disregarding Namco deliberately inserted an artificial defect in Tekken 7 Jin. I'm sorry. Despite his identity of unlimited reactive potential, Tekken 7 Jin is a defective character because he doesn't move like he should, and he's the only character who can do something that is taken as an universal reality within every single Tekken character in Tekken history. Every single Tekken character has the capacity to hit grounded opponents who chose to stay on the ground because they are expected to be able to. Completely ignoring this defective aspect of Tekken 7 Jin just to further your own agenda, your own theory, kinda seems intellectually dishonest. But yeah, we don't have to worry about it anymore, since Namco completely patched Tekken 8 Jin for him to work like every single Tekken character as a commercial decision. And me being the most severe critic of Tekken 8 Jin, will do a very detailed breakdown about Tekken 8 Jin in the near future. So now brace yourself, you'll get to know what a true S tier is. Actually, the people who hate on Tekken 7 Jin, falsely claim he's a broken S tier or something like that, will pray for his return. Mark my words. You will all pray for him to become once again the completely inaccessible and defective package he was in Tekken 7. So, here are my conclusions to clarify it all and put an end in this saga. I can't put Tekken 7 Jin on S tier because I know this character inside out. I know what he once was, and I know what a S tier character actually is. That is why Tekken 7 Jin is an A+ tier to me. He has gruesome flaws that will heavily affect his competitive viability and will make him not eligible for a true S tier. Of course, you can be a 2-assisted robot and make him look SSSS+ through his reactive tools alone. but that is his nature. In every Tekken he's in, he's always potentially the strongest character because of the unlimited reactive potential that doesn't translate well outside controlled environments when there's the imperfect human element involved. Main Man mistakenly interpreted as I was claiming Kazuya is stronger, or that Kazuya is the S tier instead, which is really not the case. Tekken 7 Jin is still stronger than Tekken 7 Kazuya in my opinion, and definitely more tournament viable than Kazuya, despite the fact Tekken 7 Jin is not tournament viable himself. My only objection when making my video was to Main Man's claim that Kazuya is a C tier. That is what I was objecting to. His most updated tier list, no more, no less. I was only trying to show the things Main Man does not talk about Tekken 7 Jin, which Main Man clearly didn't know about, and to this day is clearly doubling down on it, even though he has to be educated about it, because he really doesn't know. And I brought living unquestionable proof he doesn't know about it. I'm very glad to be able to finally have brought up this conversation, and that people are having the opportunity to see these issues firsthand with their own eyes. And I wish the Main Man all the best, and the fact that he came across my video felt really amazing. I was really flattered about it. I presented all the evidence to every single one of my claims. Now it's up to you, the spectator, to judge what you make of it. I never had any reason to lie. Also, since I'm possibly the most severe critic of Tekken 8 Jin on the planet, I intend to do a very detailed video breakdown on Tekken 8 Jin in the near future. So stay tuned. If you like my Tekken content, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's the act of subscribing that helps me to provide more Tekken content. Without actual subscriptions, the channel can't really go forward. That all being said, I thank you all for watching the conclusion of this saga, and I'll be seeing you next time. God bless.